Have you ever thought that every success, every failure, every happiness, and every sorrow in your life depends on your thinking? It is believed that our thinking shapes our future. Whether you want to become the richest person in the world or find peace in your life, it all starts from the same place: your mindset. Think about why one person sees opportunity in every difficulty, while another gets scared by the same challenge. Why do some people stop due to the fear of failure, while others learn from the same failure and become even stronger? The difference lies in their thinking, in their mindset. The most successful people in the world possess more than just money, resources, or talent. What sets them apart is their mindset. Friends, in this audiobook, we will explore the unique world of mindset, which can give your life the direction you've always desired. Whether it's your career goals, financial success, relationships, or personal growth. A right mindset can bring miraculous changes in every aspect of your life. Imagine, a few years from now, you're living your dream life. Everything you've ever dreamed of. What would the thinking of the person who achieved that position be like? In this audiobook, we will share that same thinking, that same mindset with you. We will tell you how you can change your way of thinking, how you can identify your limiting beliefs and eliminate them, and how you can become the kind of person who faces every difficult situation with a smile. But just knowing these things won't be enough. You'll need to apply them in your life. That's why this audiobook doesn't just contain theory and ideas, but also practical exercises, step-by-step techniques, and proven strategies that will rewire your mindset. We'll show you how to make your thinking growth-oriented. From challenges faced by Oprah Winfrey to Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling, all great personalities have mastered one thing: the strength of their mindset. They learned how to turn failure into a ladder to success, how to turn rejection into motivation, and how to turn setbacks into stepping stones. You too can develop these qualities. All it takes is the right direction and the right mindset, and that's exactly what we'll discuss in this audiobook. We'll guide you toward that right mindset and give you the perspective to see opportunities in everything, from small difficulties to the biggest challenges in your life. So, if you truly want to turn your dreams into reality, if you want to be extraordinary in your life, then listen to this audiobook till the end. Welcome to a new thought, a new beginning, and a new success. If you're one of those selected people who want to achieve something big in life, then like this audiobook now and comment, "This is my time." Let's begin this transformative journey of mindset. Get ready, because you're about to learn everything that will change your life forever. Friends, have you ever thought about the power of the right mindset? Mindset is our way of thinking. It's the lens through which we see our lives. Every thought, belief, and reaction stems from this mindset. But the question is, how does mindset have so much power that it can change anyone's life? To understand this, we'll dive deep into real-life examples, powerful stories, and practical solutions. Friends, the mindset of Apple's co-founder, Steve Jobs, is a great example of how a different perspective can make someone one of the most creative and successful people in the world. When Jobs was fired from his own company in 1985, it was a huge shock for him. This situation could have been devastating for anyone, but Jobs didn't see it as a failure. Instead, he took it as a new opportunity. Jobs said at the time, "It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life." This means he saw this difficult time as an opportunity, and this perspective helped him create iconic companies like Next and Pixar. Eventually, Apple realized they couldn't move forward without their visionary leader, and after a few years, Jobs was called back to Apple. Friends, what do we learn from this? We learn that if Jobs had thought his life was over, perhaps companies like Pixar and Next would never have come into existence. His mindset, gave him a chance for a new beginning even in failure. When we learn to see challenges as opportunities, the real power of mindset is revealed. Friends, there's an old story that explains the real power of mindset. One day, a grandfather was teaching his grandson a big life lesson. He said, "There are two wolves inside all of us. One wolf is full of negativity, fear, and jealousy. The other wolf is full of positivity, courage, and love. These two wolves are constantly fighting inside us." The grandson thought for a moment and asked, "Grandfather, which wolf wins in the end?" The grandfather replied, "The wolf you feed will win." This story teaches us that the mindset that dominates our life depends on which thoughts we nurture. If we feed fear, insecurity, and negativity, that's what we'll see in our lives. But if we adopt courage, optimism, and growth-oriented thinking, we'll see the results of those things in our lives. Friends, there are two types of mindsets: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities and skills are fixed. They fear challenges, run from failure, and see criticism as negative. For example, if someone believes they're not good at public speaking, they assume they can never improve this skill. This kind of thinking hinders personal growth. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe they can develop any skill or ability through practice and learning. These individuals face challenges with excitement, learn from failure, and always strive to improve. For example, Michael Jordan was rejected from his school basketball team, but he didn't give up. His growth mindset kept motivating him to continuously improve. And today, he's considered a basketball legend. Friends, if you also want to shift your thinking toward a growth mindset, I'm going to share some easy and practical strategies. Listen carefully. The first strategy is self-reflection. Ask yourself, when you face failure, how do you see it? Do you consider it a weakness or an opportunity for improvement? The second strategy is to set learning-oriented goals. Don't always base your goals on outcomes. Make them learning-oriented. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be the top scorer," set a goal like, "I want to understand the concepts thoroughly." This will help you focus on learning. Friends, the third strategy is to take criticism as feedback. If someone points out your mistake, don't take it personally or get defensive. Try to learn from that feedback because, in a growth mindset, criticism is the first step toward improvement. Friends, a powerful mindset can take your life in a direction you've never imagined. It's about programming your thinking in such a way that you see every difficulty as a new opportunity. Steve Jobs once said, "Innovation is the ability to see change as an opportunity, not a threat." If we look at this, we understand that the real power of mindset lies in making our thinking positive and opportunity-oriented. So remember, change your thinking, and life will change naturally for you. By making your mindset powerful and growth-oriented, every small and big problem in your life will seem like a new opportunity. Let's understand the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset in more depth. The biggest reason for success in life is our mindset, specifically whether we have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. We don't need to look far to understand this difference. The stories of the most successful people in the world are enough to prove this. There were two friends in a village, James and Michael. Both studied in the same school and loved drawing. One day, a drawing competition was held in their school. James worked hard but didn't win. Michael also participated and lost. After losing, James, with a fixed mindset, thought, "Maybe I'm not good at drawing. There's no use in working harder." He accepted defeat and stopped drawing. On the other hand, Michael, with a growth mindset, wasn't disappointed. He thought, "I haven't won yet, but if I work harder and keep learning, I can definitely win one day." Michael saw defeat as an opportunity to learn and improved his drawing every day. A few years later, Michael won many competitions and became a successful artist, while James never fulfilled his dream. This is the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Friends, when we hear the name Colonel Sanders, we think of KFC's delicious fried chicken, but his success story is full of struggles and rejections. Colonel Sanders started his business at the age of 65 with only a Social Security check and a fried chicken recipe. He knocked on the doors of many restaurants to sell his recipe, but was rejected over 1,000 times. If he had a fixed mindset, he might have believed there was something wrong with his recipe and given up. But his mindset was growth-oriented. He saw every rejection as an opportunity to move forward and kept trying. Finally, a restaurant owner accepted his recipe, and that same recipe spread worldwide as KFC. Colonel Sanders' growth mindset gave him the strength to face every difficulty with renewed energy. His perseverance and growth-oriented thinking earned him a place in the global fast food industry, even at retirement age. Friends, now let's talk about how to develop a growth mindset so we can unlock our full potential. First, it's important to see failure as a learning opportunity. Whenever you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Use that lesson to move forward. Like Michael Jordan, who took rejection as a lesson and focused on improving his game. Next, practice positive self-talk. Often we tell ourselves negative things like, I can't do this, or I'm not good at this. This needs to change. For a growth mindset, tell yourself, I can't do this right now, but I can learn. Positive self-talk boosts confidence and helps us face challenges better. Setting learning-oriented goals is also crucial for a growth mindset. Instead of focusing solely on results, set goals based on learning. For example, instead of saying, I want to be the best at presentations, say, I want to improve my presentation skills. Such goals keep the focus on improvement and help develop a growth mindset. Accepting feedback is another part of a growth mindset. When someone points out your mistake, don't take it as criticism, but as a tool for improvement. This helps you learn something new from every experience. Finally, value effort. In a growth mindset, effort is more important than results. Appreciate your small improvements and efforts. This will motivate you and help you on your journey toward a growth mindset. Friends, a growth mindset can create a path for you to see every difficulty in life from a new perspective. No matter how challenging your current situation may seem, a growth mindset will show you opportunities in every challenge. By adopting a growth mindset, you can bring positivity and motivation into your life, which will help you make a comeback in every difficulty. So, the question is, what kind of mindset will you choose? Let's now talk about how to shift our mindset to give a new direction to our thinking and bring real change in our lives. Changing your mindset isn't just a decision, it's a lifestyle. Often we ask ourselves why some people move forward despite challenges, while others remain stuck in their problems. The answer lies in our mindset. Mindset shift means completely changing your thinking and approach, so you can see any difficulty as an opportunity. Friends, we'll now share practical tips to shift your mindset and improve your thinking. James was a boy from a small town who dreamed of achieving something big. At one point, he failed his first job interview. James thought, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But what he did next changed his thinking completely. James asked himself, what can I learn from this experience to do better next time? He realized he needed to work on his communication skills, interview preparation, and confidence. He took action to improve his weaknesses. In the next 6 months, he improved his skills so much that his second interview was a great success. James's mindset shift happened through hard work and a new way of thinking. Friends, you must have heard of Thomas Edison. When he invented the electric bulb, he failed thousands of times. He famously said, "I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways that didn't work." If Edison had given up after these failures, we might not have electric bulbs today. Edison's mindset was to learn something new from every failure, and this mindset shift led him to success. You can adopt this mindset too. See failure as a learning opportunity, not a defeat. Friends, now let's talk about practical tips to shift your mindset. The first step is to change your self-talk. Often, we tell ourselves negative things like, "I can't do this." This thinking holds us back. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this to improve? For example, if you fail an exam, tell yourself, what did I do wrong, and how can I improve next time? This kind of thinking helps you avoid disappointment and create a solid plan for your next attempt. Replace negative thoughts with positive self-talk whenever they arise. This will gradually shift your mindset. The second step is to embrace challenges. Every challenge hides a new opportunity. When you see a difficulty as an opportunity, you get a chance to learn something new. For example, if you're given a challenging project at work, see it as an opportunity to learn. This thinking will boost your confidence and help you find new ways to tackle the challenge. The third step is to spend time with positive people. The people around us and our environment greatly influence our mindset. For example, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson surrounded himself with inspirational people early in his career, which boosted his confidence and led to his success. So, surround yourself with people who inspire and encourage your growth. Finally, take consistent action. Nothing changes by just thinking. Real change comes when you turn your thoughts into action. Take Jeff Bezos as an example. He consistently worked on his company, and this consistency led to his success. If you want to achieve your goals, you must work on them every day. This consistent action will strengthen your mindset and take you closer to your goals. By adopting these practical tips, you can make your mindset growth-oriented and bring real change to your life. Friends, mindset shift isn't a one-day task. It's a continuous process. If you change your thinking and adopt the tips mentioned, you'll find solutions to life's problems becoming easier. Just like James changed his thinking and Edison learned from every failure, you too can move toward success by shifting your mindset. So, friends, from today, make your thinking positive and growth-oriented. See every challenge in life as a new opportunity, because this is the mindset that can change your entire life. Friends, if you want to achieve something big in life, another powerful technique is visualization. Visualization is a technique where you imagine in your mind that you've already achieved your goals. It's like watching your dreams come true in advance. When you visualize, you create a clear picture in your mind of how your life will be after achieving your goal, how you'll feel, and what your surroundings will be like. This process inspires and prepares your brain and body to work toward that goal. Your imagination becomes a powerful tool that helps you get closer to your dreams. Friends, have you heard of Jim Carrey? He once shared how he trained his subconscious mind by visualizing success. Jim Carrey had nothing at the time, but one day he wrote himself a check for $10 million for his dream job and kept it with him. He visualized receiving that amount for a movie. In 1994, while shooting for Dumb and Dumber, he remembered that check, and in reality, he received a $10 million check for the film. This story proves that visualization can engrave your desires so deeply in your subconscious mind that they come true. Friends, visualization works by programming our brain in one direction. When we imagine our goals in detail, our brain starts believing it's real. For example, if you visualize yourself as a successful person, confident, respected, and living the life you want, your subconscious mind signals that you need to move toward this goal. This way, your brain and body start working to achieve what you repeatedly visualize. Let's do a practical exercise to implement visualization. Every night before sleeping, sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and imagine your goal. What's your dream? Do you want financial freedom or to become a successful entrepreneur? Visualize this goal vividly in your mind. If your dream is to own a big company, imagine leading your team, making decisions, and closing successful deals. Now, connect your emotions to this visualization. Feel the happiness, satisfaction, and excitement of achieving your goal. These emotions activate your subconscious mind, turning your thoughts into actions and making your goal a reality. Practice this technique for 5 to 10 minutes every night. As you do it daily, you'll notice your mindset changing and a positive shift in your actions. Friends, visualization alone isn't enough. You must take consistent action. Visualizing success is just the beginning. Real success comes when you work hard and take focused steps toward your goals. When you visualize your success daily, your subconscious mind naturally inspires you to take the right steps. Remember, the perfect combination of vision and action leads to success. Friends, your subconscious mind can be your greatest ally. You just need to train it the right way. Visualization isn't just a mental exercise. It's a powerful tool that aligns your thoughts, actions, and emotions with your goals. When you visualize your dreams as if they're already true, your subconscious mind starts working toward them. So, friends, start visualizing your success today. When you see it clearly in your mind, your thoughts and actions will naturally work to make it a reality. Friends, if you want to learn more about the power of visualization and the subconscious mind, check out our detailed audiobooks. If you truly want to achieve something big in life, never give up. When you fall repeatedly on your journey, that's when your real strength is recognized. Failures and obstacles are inevitable, but how you deal with them and pick yourself up defines a powerful mindset. Every great achiever's story has one thing in common: resilience and perseverance. These two qualities have the power to turn any failure into success. No matter how many difficulties come your way, the attitude of never giving up sets you apart. Imagine if Thomas Edison had given up during his invention journey. Would we have electric bulbs today? Edison conducted 10,000 experiments before succeeding. He failed repeatedly, but kept trying. When asked why he didn't give up, he said, "I didn't fail. I found 10,000 ways that didn't work." Edison's resilience shows that falling isn't failure. Getting up every time is what matters. Friends, Michael Jordan's journey is another great example of resilience. In his early school days, he was rejected from the basketball team. Instead of breaking him, that rejection made him stronger. He worked hard, improved his skills, and became a basketball legend. Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over in my life, and that's why I succeed." This attitude made him a champion. He saw every failure as a lesson and improved each time. Friends, the most important aspect of a powerful mindset is never giving up. There will be moments when you feel defeated, but those moments are the best opportunities to rise again. To achieve any big goal, you must fall and rise repeatedly. The moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win. Giving up means moving away from your dreams and hard work. When you decide to try once more, you move closer to real victory. Friends, now let's talk about how to develop a never-give-up attitude. First, accept failures and learn from them. See every difficulty as part of growth, not a closed door. Whenever you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Like Edison, who saw every experiment as a lesson, learn from your mistakes and avoid repeating them. Second, maintain positive self-talk. At times of failure, negative self-talk weakens you. Instead, tell yourself, this is just a lesson. I'll become stronger and try again. This kind of self-talk uplifts you mentally and emotionally. Third, break your goals into small steps. Big goals can seem overwhelming, so divide them into smaller milestones. Like Michael Jordan, who saw every practice session as a step toward improvement. Move forward with small steps and celebrate each milestone. Fourth, read inspirational stories and surround yourself with positive people. Inspiration boosts resilience and perseverance. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So, surround yourself with positive, encouraging people. Finally, put in consistent effort and be patient. Patience is key. Small daily progress leads to big results. If you stay consistent, you will achieve small successes that will make you stronger. By adopting these steps, you can make a never-give-up attitude part of your life and move strongly toward your goals. Friends, a powerful mindset is incomplete without resilience and perseverance. Life will have setbacks and failures, but the real victory belongs to those who never give up, no matter how many times they fall. From Thomas Edison to Michael Jordan, every successful person's story has one thing in common: their never-give-up mentality. As long as you don't give up, no one can defeat you. So, always try one more time to achieve your goals, because with every rise, you get closer to success. Friends, whenever you feel like giving up, ask yourself, am I ready to give up on my dreams so easily? Now, you must understand that the most important thing to achieve something big is the right mindset. It's the mindset that helps us overcome challenges and turn our dreams into reality. You become what you think. So, change your thinking, strengthen your beliefs, and start seeing every difficulty as an opportunity. Remember, when you empower your thoughts, the world is at your feet. If you enjoyed this audiobook, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to The Story Hub. For more powerful and inspiring content, let us know in the comments what your biggest goal is and what steps you're taking to achieve it. We'll meet again with another amazing audiobook and learning. Until then, keep growing and keep believing in yourself.